This is Tantra Satyam and Tantra Satyam Hridaya. Today we have a guest. Actually, at the moment I'm at the guest. Frédérique, thank you for being in my show.
Thank you for inviting me.
On my way to spiritual success and to really find my way to do what I want and really to take you with me on this trip. I'm interviewing a couple of people in the Netherlands, and also when I'm in India, I'm also going to interview people in India. And today, Frédérique is my guest. So, Frédérique, can you tell something about yourself?
Well, what do you want to know? Where to start?
Yeah, that's a very good thing. Where it all started, because I know you give a massage and you're also working with plants and.
Yeah, I do. Also, yeah, I feel it like a call that I have to stand up for women and to get really deep connection within. Try to find a really deep connection within themselves to create your own path in life and your true essence, and find it through body work. Okay. So it started with a massage company, and and then it evolved into a bigger company. Okay. So here we are now. I'm working with couples when they. I didn't know this was in English, so sorry I got this in English in my head. So we work with couples who get distracted in life.
Okay.
And they lost the connection with their head and their heart and their sexuality. So, and most of the time the women come to me and ask me to help them. So it's personal development. It's, difficult if you work in a company, having a household in your 40s, living with a person that you call your husband or lover or
whatever,
and then you lose the connection, and then they find me, and I work with breath work. I work with the armoring, so I touch a particular part of their body and try to release the trauma through breathing. I also have ceremonies with plant medicine. Yeah. So I get my cacao in India, and the truffles, I get them in the Netherlands. Yeah. So that's what I do, and I also organize retreats for women mostly, but also for couples, for men, to dive deep into themselves. And we call that temple evenings. So you have the tantric building up of an evening, and then at the end there is a free flow, where you can find out where your boundaries are and where your desires are. Okay. Yeah. So that's sort of what I do.
And you started with a massage salon. Mm-hmm. And I want you to look here.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Hello. Hi.
I'll look at this.
Yeah, okay. Or not.
Or not. Because it's beautiful, pure, and lovely. How long ago you started at the massage salon?
Well, I started when I was 12 years old. That's a while ago. Mm-hmm. And I started with relaxing the feet of my mom, because I'm a giver, so I would like to. I like it when people are having fun, or they're I can treat them. I don't know, something like you want to give. So I started when I was in my teenaging periods. I had a lot of people who were coming to our house, sitting in the living room and getting a foot massage.
From you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, super nice.
Yeah, and then so that was. I started at a very young age, and meanwhile I was making career into a very different direction. At AAA companies where I never want to go anymore, because I got stuck, and then I felt like, okay, this is not my calling. I have to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you also have gurus or people you follow?
That's an interesting question, because I learned a lot from Afke.
Okay.
And I'm organizing a temple evening with her pretty soon, so that's really nice. And I find it difficult to have like one God or one Allah or one Buddha to follow, because I believe that you gotta pray. A lot of people find find a lot of help in praying, but if you can turn that around into pray for yourself, find the bigger God or Buddha or Allah inside yourself, then there's no one to blame. So then you're always responsible for your own happiness, for your own health, for your own wisdom, and your own luck in life,
Yeah, but you just said you're giving temple nights, you're giving spiritual events, you're giving retreats, but there is, for me, Osho is my inspiration, and so there's no inspiration, no one inspires you. How is it channeling you, or how is it that you became to this beautiful thought, and it's also flowing, because a lot of events are sold out, so it's something you do. It's very special.
I have no clue, what happens exactly, but it's not that I pray for. Sorry, I have to look in the direction. It's not that I'm praying for someone else inside of, someone else outside of my body. It's just that I pray for myself into my own body, and then I get the answers, and then I read a book, and then I already know everything, like as if I have read the book already.
Okay.
But I just find wisdom within myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I can hear you saying, but you do meditate.
I do. Yes.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
And do you do it every day?
Yes, I do it twice a day.
Okay.
In the middle of the night, actually. God knows why. And also before I go to bed. And if I have time, if my daughter is not with me, I do it also in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2 or 3 times a day, a night.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So your question will be, who are you meditating to, or not?
Yeah, that could be a question. Yeah.
Well, that is not like one person in particular. Yeah. So that is, that's not Osho. It's not Allah. It's not Buddha. It's Mother Earth.
Okay.
Some part of Taoism. Some part of, you name it, like the whole shebang. There's not just one man on a cloud that I'm waving to.
So yeah, okay, that's it. Because Osho is my guru, but I also follow multiple gurus too. Because every time I also take from religion, I take things and I take everything and just mix it up and I make it my own. So
exactly.
That's what I heard also from you now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you can lose yourself also in finding gurus. I had a friend who was really into a guru. I'm not gonna call names, but I felt this is not healthy.
Okay.
So, yeah, she was more thankful for her guru than for her child.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah. So I decided never to lose myself into a guru.
Yeah. Nice.
But I'm always open for gurus.
Yeah, for new insights and that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And how long do you give temples now? Because maybe some people that are watching don't know what a temple is. Can you explain what happens in your temple?
Yeah. Well, I create a place where you feel safety, hopefully, and where you can explore your desires and drifts, your anxiety, your triggers. I find triggers always a good one, to face. And then at your first temple, you think like, this is not something for me, because we don't do alcohol, we don't do drugs. We're just searching for our inner freedom. Actually, we're searching for the life spirit or the life energy that we're creating together. So it's like a group, you're all responsible for each other and for yourself. And we're getting into the field of the not knowing. So we're doing some tantric exercises that will be built up until you get to really this sexual energy, and then I'll say, hold it, feel what brings you alive, and feel what made it that you are here and in this this feeling, this sensual excitement. And then after a while I open the free flow, and you can explore where your boundaries are and where your desires are, and you can start small. You can sit on the side all night, or you can take a deep dive into sexuality. Yeah.
Because that's a little bit the difference between you work with sexuality and I try to avoid.
Yeah.
Because when people talk about tantra, it's always about sexuality, but for me it's only a small percentage of the work what I do.
Yeah.
And how you see this? Because I see life energy and sexual energy, but for me there's a difference between those two.
Yes.
And how do you see it?
Well, if you want a particular job, then you're making up for this job interview, right? And you work actually there with your life energy. But also, if you run to get a bus, you also work with this life energy. You get excited, these kind of things. And it's not that I work only with sexual energy or sexuality.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we gotta work through the trauma or the blockages that they are in front of your your true essence. So it takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
For instance, it takes like 3 or 6 evenings to find fun, at a temple night, because before that it's really hard to connect with yourself. But that's the biggest thing to do.
So people need 3 times a temple night to feel themselves, or
most of them, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise, you can feel completely disconnected, and if you're coming for like a quick fix, then that's not the place to go. So you gotta, you find yourself and feel the resistance or the triggers first before you can connect with yourself, before you connect with others.
Yeah. That's how I also see it, because Tantra is for me like connection with myself, and through the connection through myself, connecting with other people.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're on the same level.
We're on the same. In my private because you also give one-on-one and you also give one-on-two, right?
Yeah.
In my one-on-one or 102, there's also a space for sexuality. But that also takes time.
Yeah.
You have to build it up.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Sorry to interrupt you, but for me, when I work one-on-one or 102, there's no space for sexuality.
Oh wow.
Yes, because I see myself as a helper, not really a guide, because then I would put myself somewhere else, but like a helper, and I touch everything at the body except for the genitals.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like doing that. That's one. And two, it's not for me. It's for themselves to find out where they find themselves, triggered or desired.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the difference between those two?
Yeah. So it's also good to say that during the temple nights I won't join, because I see myself as a space holder, like a police officer who says, okay, you can do this, but you cannot do that. To make sure that everybody is contained in a safe way. So I'm on the side.
Also in my group sessions, I'm also always on the side.
Yeah.
To really guide and to really protect people for the safety, and that everything is like working in consent, and that everybody is feeling safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Really to open up.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful to hear that you also do it.
Yeah, really important thing to do, right?
Yeah, consent is very important. Yeah. So when is your next event?
I'm really bad at this, but my next event is in 1 week. That's a truffle ceremony.
Okay.
If you want to take a deep dive into your, like the unknown, like a deeper path, the unconsciousness, to find out where you got to go, where you want to find the answers. You get answers from yourself or from the universe. I don't know who. I don't want to call it names, but maybe it's a guru. I don't know, but you get answers then. And I have sort of temple nights like every month, and I search for really nice places.
Okay.
In the Netherlands, and also every month I have a truffle ceremony where I guide people. Okay. Yeah.
And do you have a website, or how people can find you?
Yeah, they can find me at massagebijfrédérique.nl.
Yeah.
And also through Hipsy. But at my website there is a how you call it, agenda, where you can find all the events.
Okay, so I will put that in the bio, so also people can just directly go to the website.
Yeah.
And if people are very new in spirituality, what do you think was a good first step? That's my last question of today.
Yeah, well, I'm especially here for new people in this field, because I try to stay grounded and tell grounded stuff instead of flying away to we don't know where we're flying to. But the first thing is to try to connect with yourself through breathing, because you always have your breath with you, and it will guide you actually how to your feelings and to your inner freedom and your wisdom. So what you can do, for instance, is laying down in bed and breathing in 4 times, breathing out 6 times, seconds, and then do that 10 times, and you feel completely different. And if you want to learn more about it, you can always contact me, of course. But this is like a very small thing that, you know, can guide you to your true essence. And also try to meditate. Start with 1 minute, you know, put an alarm and then try to do it every day, and you will feel very different. And that's this small part, you know, of the whole spiritual stuff that you're maybe ready for.
And do you also, because I always say to people, slow down, because when you slow down you feel yourself even more.
Yeah, that is always something that I say, but from a distance, like right now, like slow down, and then people start slowing down while they're walking, or you know, sitting in a car, and then you think it's not. They don't know how to slow down. So it's better to, you know, to tell them, well, this is a practice that you can do from A to Z. Whatever. Because slowing down is something really big. Like, I don't know how to slow down if I never was slowing down. Do I need to hold my breath, or, you know?
So you really guide them step by step.
Yeah, and I really believe in small steps, so you can build your foundation to spirituality.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's you have to create a foundation, or how do you say it? A foundation.
Yeah, foundation.
Fundament, no.
Yeah.
To build up.
Yes, dive deep.
Yeah.
You gotta dive deep, take a deep dive into yourself before you can, you know, you can
open up.
Thanks. Yeah. yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, if you start opening up without building,
without grounding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then it has no fundament.
Okay. And do you want to add something?
If I want to
add something.
Add something.
This beautiful interview.
Yeah, try to surprise yourself, and try to do something new with your life, and otherwise, yeah, you know, there is so much more than only the house that you're living in.
Yeah.
And try to connect with yourself, and then with others, that will make the world more beautiful. Yeah, if you don't do it for yourself, do it for the world, because yeah, that's what we need right now, I think.
Yeah. Creating a new life.
Exactly.
Yeah, a life from the heart. That's what I also believe.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's and also my colleagues, because she's a colleague of me, because that's how I see it. We are all special, especially in this world. We for me, I'm really focused on creating a new life where we can live from the heart. And I don't see I see every tantrika, and I see them as my colleagues instead of my, how do you say this, about more my enemies, because I see it really as a kind of a brother and sisterhood.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope our path will cross one day, and we can work together somehow, and that's how I really would love that.
Yeah, let's see what life will bring.
So thank you for this interview.
Thank you.
And see you soon. Describe, and see you next time.